Obviously not in my usual get up, and I don't have a hat on. I'm just coming back from work, but I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible because we got games coming up tomorrow, and I want to help you guys as fast as I can. I wish I could have got this out earlier. I'm sorry, I've been really busy. But here we go. Basically, what I'm going to do is go through QBs, running backs, and wide receivers, and I'm going to give you 5 players that I like, and then I'm going to give you 3 players that I think they're better than, so kind of give you guys an idea. So, if you had Brett Favre and Matt Cassel, I could tell you who I like better. Okay, and if you have any further questions, you can email me. Okay, let's get started with the quarterbacks. Okay, and the way I rank them, okay, so it goes, the first quarterback that I give you, I like better than the 5th quarterback, and you'll see how that works. Okay, the first quarterback I like is Brett Favre going up against Denver. I expect a big day. The Jets are going all out. I love what I'm seeing from them, and you should be too if you're a Brett Favre owner. Next is Matt Ryan. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game against San Diego, and you're going to see him put up some touchdowns, so you can be pretty happy with Matt Ryan here this weekend. Next is Chad Pennington. Anyone going up against the Rams is a must-start, and Chad Pennington is a lucky man going up against the Rams, so he should beast them. Shaun Hill, I actually think he's connecting really nicely with Isaac Bruce. You're going to see some touchdowns from Shaun as they go up against Buffalo. And then finally is David Garrard as they go up against the Texans. I think you're going to see a high-scoring game here as well, and David Garrard should do really well. Okay, so you see how it works. Brett Favre I named first. I like him better than David Garrard. So if you had Favre and Garrard, then you would start Brett Favre. Now, here's the 3 quarterbacks that I don't like as much. So the 5 I named, I like them better than these 3 quarterbacks. I like them better than, I know this is crazy, this Mr. 400 here, but I like them better than Matt Cassel. As Matt goes up against Pittsburgh's #1 defense, it's just going to be tough for him, okay? You're not going to have a normal week. I also like those other 5 quarterbacks better than Aaron Rodgers going up against Carolina. And then finally, I like them better than Ben Roethlisberger going up against New England. So I like Brett Favre, Matt Ryan, Chad Pennington, Shaun Hill, and David Garrard better than I like Matt Cassel, Aaron Rodgers, and Ben Roethlisberger. Okay? Moving on to running backs. DeAngelo Williams. He's going to beast it. Okay, with Stewart in a boot, DeAngelo's getting the lion's share, and he's going to go crazy over Green Bay. Okay, next is Ronnie Brown going up against the Rams. Time for a big old fat game for Ronnie. Next is Chris Johnson going up against the lowly Lions. Chris Johnson is going to be blazing this weekend. Larry Johnson, he's back in full effect, going up against Oakland. I think Larry will be just fine. And then Jamal Lewis going up against Indianapolis. I know that's kind of my, rolling the dice, but I think Jamal will actually do pretty well against Indianapolis. Now, get ready for some craziness. I like those 5 guys better than I like Adrian Peterson going up against Chicago. I don't know if you've been watching, but Minnesota wants to use Chester Taylor a lot more, and you see that happen to him this weekend. So I don't think Adrian's going to be as good this weekend. I know it's crazy. Next is Brandon Jacobs going up against Washington's pretty stout defense, and then Joseph Addai against Cleveland. So I like DeAngelo Williams, Ronnie Brown, Chris Johnson, Larry Johnson, and Jamal Lewis. I like them better than I like Adrian Peterson, Brandon Jacobs, and Joseph Addai. That should definitely raise some eyebrows. Okay, next, going on to wide receivers, and then we'll be done. Okay, first one I like is Vincent Jackson. I think you're going to see a great game. Like I said, it's going to be a shootout. ATL in San Diego is going to be a high-scoring game, and Vincent Jackson's definitely going to find the end zone for sure. Next is Eddie Royal. Denver's going to have to just keep throwing it all day long, and Eddie is going to be the beneficiary of that. Next is Jerricho Cotchery. Again, I expect a high-scoring game. Denver and New Jersey and Jerricho. He looks really good. So I'd get him in there. Next is Hines Ward against New England. Now with Santonio Holmes, you can bet your bottom dollar that Hines Ward's going to be beastie. Okay, and the next is Bernard Berrian against Chicago. Since, I just don't think Minnesota's going to find much room on the ground, so they're going to the air, and Bernard Berrian's going to do well. Okay, here's the 3 I don't like this weekend. Is Marques Colston against Tampa. Tampa has a beastie defense. Marques only caught one pass last weekend. I still think he's trying to shake an injury, so I just don't think he's as reliable. Wes Welker going up against Pitt. Pitt has that stout defense. You're just not going to see the same out of him. And then Greg Jennings. Again, if I don't like Aaron Rodgers, then I'm probably not going to like Greg Jennings this weekend against Carolina's tough defense. Okay, so that was Vincent Jackson, Eddie Royal, Jerricho Cotchery, Hines Ward, and Bernard Berrian. I like them better than Marques Colston, Wes Welker, and Greg Jennings. And that's it. Check out my website, hattywaiverwireguru.com. Email me at hattywaiverwireguru@hattywaiverwireguru.com. That's it. Week 13. Happy Thanksgiving. Kick a lot of butt. Eat a lot of turkey.